Hey guys, how's it going? We're here in my garage actually, and I'm gonna do the unboxing for the Peruvian minerals that I got recently for my Peru trip. Peru was interesting. I really enjoyed my time there. I didn't do any serious buying. I was just there for a vacation with my family. And then on the last day, I went to go see somebody and I picked up some beautiful, beautiful pyrites, as well as other various Peruvian minerals. Peru is very diverse in the mineral world. It's not only pyrites, however, their biggest export in the mineral world is probably going to be the pyrites. So I have two boxes here with me. I paid a fortune to check these into my luggage. It was absurd. The first small suitcase I had that I showed in Santa Barbara when I was unpacking it, I was able to get that for free because you get one check-in for free that's under 50 pounds or 23 kilos. That one was a perfect 22 kilos and I got away with it. But then I had to bring these two with me and yeah, I had to buy another suitcase and both suitcases were like 38 kilos. I ended up paying about $700, about $350 each per suitcase to check them in. So that was quite costly, but I had to get them back because they were beautiful minerals and I love what I'm about to unpack right now. So let's go ahead and do it, guys. Peru unpacking. I'm gonna start by cutting open this box here, and then what I'll do is I will, let's see, we'll put this one aside for now, in trays, and as we unpack, I'll put them in the tray. So I really enjoyed Peru actually. Very interesting country. Comparing it to other parts of South America, there are a lot of similarities as well as differences. I liked Lima, I liked Cusco, I liked everything about the trip. It was absolutely amazing. I did like 3 or 4 vlogs out there just for fun, you know, exploring Lima and Peru. Oh, so these are, oh, check it out guys. These are gonna be the octahedral pyrites. Let's see if you guys can see that. That is amazing right there. These are going to be really cool. So I'll start pulling them out, and we'll do a talk. We'll do a sit and chat. Oh, geez, I almost dropped that one. This is a cubic pyrite. So these are going to be a mixed lot of cubic and octahedral pyrites, probably other things as well. I also bought some really interesting barytes. Peru is a much smaller country than Brazil, so it's much more central. Peru has one major city, Lima, which is very interesting in itself. In Lima, oh, check it out, guys. These are octahedral pyrites. They're beautiful. They're so, so beautiful. In Lima, you get a very interesting contrast or disparity of wealth, I would say. When you fly into Lima, you fly into the neighborhood of Callao. I think it's what it's called, Callao. And that airport's changing, by the way. They're opening up a new airport. But you fly into this neighborhood, and you land, and oh, look at this one. That's a perfect piece right there. That's a nice octahedron. Wow. So you fly into Callao. Callao is a pretty rough neighborhood, to say the least. Callao is what they would, in Brazil, they would call a favela, or a slum. Callao is definitely rough around the edges. Look at that one. And you're about, you know, like any airport in any international city, you're about 40 minutes from the city center or downtown, and then you take an Uber or a taxi downtown. By the way, Uber in Latin America, amazing. It's so affordable. It's great. I highly recommend using Uber all the time. Oh my gosh, guys, look at this one. That is a big, beautiful octahedral pyrite right there. That's nice. So actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to separate the octahedrals with the cubics. We'll do a separation here. We'll segregate them. Just so I know which one's which, because the octahedral pyrites are, I paid more for them. They're much more valuable. Because they're much less common than cubic pyrites. So Peru is quite the beautiful country, but Callao, so when you go to Callao, you're going to realize, when you fly to Lima, by the way, it's super convenient to fly into Lima from LAX. It's a straight shot, you don't have to take any layovers. That's beautiful cubic pyrite. And when you go into the city center, like any South American city, it's more developed. You literally go, you go from fourth world to third world to second, and then to the first world in some parts of Lima, definitely. It's very nice, especially on the last day I was staying in the neighborhood of Miraflores. On the first couple days we were staying in Callao, and we got to experience that. But then you get into the more modernized cities, and you see the really big disparity in wealth. Oh my gosh, guys, that is a beautiful piece. Look at that. Wow. The cubes are so well defined. This has got that mirror finish that the pyrites, really good quality cubic pyrite has. It's like mirrors. Oh my gosh, this is a beautiful piece. This is an absolute stunner. That's what you want to see in pyrites. You want to see sharp edges. You know, you want to see well terminated crystals that are sharp edges with mirror-like finish on the faces, on the surface of the crystal. That is indicative of really good quality pyrites. Now, the stuff from Spain, from the Navajo mine, my friend Daniel, he invited me to come to this mine many years ago, and I was going to do it back in 2019. I was going to go back to Spain and go hang out with him, but I just never got around to doing it. I got busy and I forgot about it. One day I will go back to Spain and I will go hang out with him and go to check out that mine. But the stuff from Spain, those form almost perfectly when you get good quality shapes. And Peru would be the second contender as far as pyrites go. Really well formed pyrites, because Peru has more. Look at that one, guys. That's beautiful. Peruvian pyrite versus Spanish pyrite. Peruvian pyrite, that is a beautiful piece. Double-sided too. Peruvian pyrite has more characteristics. It forms with different minerals. It forms with Galena, sulfurite, quartz, Marcasite, so many different minerals that forms with the pyrite, which gives it a really good character. And also, you can also get the really well-formed cubes, but Spanish pyrite is known for just those perfect cubes. And nowhere else in the world are you going to find those perfect gigantic cubes that are just like, sharp 90 degree. Wow, I just dropped that one. Oops. Oh, that's a beautiful piece. Nowhere else in the world are you going to find those perfect 90 degree sharp angles on pyrites at that size. So yeah, Peru was great. I loved Lima. I loved Cusco as well. I got altitude sickness when I was in Cusco. That was not fun. I didn't realize it was 11,500 feet up in the air. Wow. I had shortness of breath. I had all that stuff, and it kind of messed me up for a couple days. Guys, I went ahead and unboxed everything. So it's all on these 4 trays here. I separated them by type of pyrite. We have the octahedral pyrites over here. These are gorgeous. We have the really high-grade cubic pyrites over here. We have the chalcopyrite over pyrite with calcite, the rainbow pyrites over here with the calcites. And these are the more interesting dodecahedral, I think, pyrites. Can you believe everything fit in that box? That's insane. I went ahead and did everything because it was going to take me an hour to unpack everything, and I didn't want to bore you guys with the whole unpacking process of just, taking out toilet paper and unwrapping toilet paper for a whole hour straight, and I didn't have that much to blab about anyway, to talk about, to keep you guys entertained for a whole hour. So I figured I might as well skip it and then show you guys the final result. Look at this. So these were the high. I'll start with this tray here, and then after I show off these pieces, we're going to open up this box right here. But these were the high quality cubic pyrites. This is amazing. Very flashy. Pyrite, you want to look for a couple of things. Number one, you want to look for that luster, mirror-like finish on the surfaces. These all have that. How do you know if you have it? Well, look at how the light reflects it. If it's shiny and sparkly, if it's blinding you like a mirror, when light hits it, that is what you want. This one's double-sided. This one's so beautiful. My gosh. So number one, you want to look for that high luster on the surfaces, the mirror-like finish. Number two, you want to look for sharp edges, like this one right here. Sharp edges, well-defined right angles on the corners of the cubes, like this right here. Quality of pyrite. Look at that cluster right there. This one is so freaking gorgeous. I cannot believe it. This is like, oh my god. Also double-sided. A little blotch of it right here, and this is kind of raw. This is probably where the crystal was forming. But when you find that,
luster with the sharp angles. That means that it formed very well. It developed very well underground. It had time to form and develop. That is what you want. Just like a nice, clear, sharp crystal point, quartz point. This is like the same idea here. These are stunning, fabulous. These are going to be the high quality ones right here. In this tray, we have some, I'll walk over here, octahedral pyrites. These are very interesting as well. Octahedral pyrites are more rare than, generally speaking, than cubic pyrites. These are not as lustrous, but they're also really good because they're more rare. There are some in here that are just like spectacular, like this one right here. I really wish it was, where is it? There was one piece in here that I really wished was a very well formed, very well terminated point. Getting an octahedral pyrite like that, like a really good singular crystal, is so freaking rare. It is unbelievable. This one, if it was better formed and well terminated and not so rough around the edges, it would be thousands for sure. This is another one that's really cool. It's like a bar of chocolate. That's so cool. There's a lot in here that are really nice. I'm going to bring all these to the shows in the future, guys. Come see me at Gym Fair, Denver, Tucson. You'll see these pyrites for sure. I'll bring them. And yeah, look at these. Wow. Beautiful. Now, there was a couple that really threw me off. So I put these three aside here because it really, really threw me off. I didn't know what to make of them. Look at this. I didn't know if these are like a pseudomorph going into like a quartz point, or this was like the one corner of an angle of like a, you know, oddly shaped octahedral pyrite like this. Could be, but wow, look at this one too. That's very interesting. Like, I don't know what to make of that, to be honest. It's very beautiful. And this one as well. Beautiful. If you guys know what these are, what the actual official name for that shape is, drop a comment below. I'd appreciate that. So moving on here, these are going to be your more traditional pyrites that have the striations on the surface that are more cubic, but also like kind of dodecahedral, I believe. But this one's really cool. This has got like an etched surface. Really cool. This is a cool piece. Again, these single crystals that are really big, if they were well defined, well formed, sharp and lustrous with the mirror finish, they would be worth a lot of money. Museum grade for sure. But some of these are very high quality. And then we have this one, this tray right here. Now these are the interesting ones. These are the more expensive, more rare pieces that I got. This is gonna be, let me move this box over. Oh, by the way, nothing broke. I'm so happy. I packed all this stuff in that little box, checked the bag in, and nothing broke. So happy about that. These are going to be the chalcopyrites in pyrites. These are going to be the creme de la cremes. I had already sold my best pieces to a really good client of mine at Santa Barbara. She had met me there and took my best pieces, and but these are also really good pieces. Some of them I might keep. I'll show you guys right now. I'll give you guys an example here with the rainbow coated chalcopyrite as well. This is beautiful. So these would be considered manganocalcites with rainbow pyrite. Look at that. This one you can really see the clear, lustrous, rainbow colored chalcopyrite. I had already priced that one. Some of these have it like specks all over the pyrite. It's really beautiful. Like this as well. Very nice stuff. So, guys.
All right, now we're going to open up this box. I'm not sure what's in this box. I think there's more pyrites, but I also think there's some other things that I bought. And let's go ahead and open it up. This is the heavy one. 25 kilos, this box. All right. We got most of the pyrites out, but there should be some more. Woohoo! So exciting. Okay, what do we got here? More newspaper, more papers. Aha! This was the box of the special items that I bought. These are going to be special one-off pieces. These are going to be really, really nice. Now I remember. Look at this. This is a quartz point with it's a quartz point with a growth of calcite over it. Very unique. Very, very unique. I think I have 3 of these pieces. So, another one. So this is a quartz point right here with a coating of calcite. This was interesting. This is also from the Huancayo region of Peru, the mines up there. I never seen it before. I only got it because I said, you know what, this is new, and I want to, I want to have it because it's like, it's nothing too special, but it's interesting. These are UV under a UV light. These are fluorescent or UV light. Yeah, these are nice. These also have the specks of calcite-pyrite. Put that over there. This box is going to be a mixture of one-off things and also more pyrites as well.
All right, guys, we are all unpacked here, and I got some beautiful things to share with you guys. First of all, look at this. This is a beautiful calcite, Manganocalcite. It's very spiky, a big cluster. This is a double XL piece right here. This fluoresces under a UV light, really bright red, pink. And we have another big piece here. These are my 2 big pieces. This is a pyrite with the calcite band kind of running along right here. It has some specks of the calcite-pyrite as well. It's more like a slab. It'll be a beautiful specimen displayed properly on a stand, propping it up. These are the Marcasite. Very, very interesting. So this is Marcasite, bladed Marcasite with pyrite and galena and sulfurite. This is amazing. Look at these specimens. Stunning. Look at this one right here. I'm going to put this one on a stand. Look at the brilliance, how sparkly it is. It's a hollowed out core almost, but it's so aesthetic, this piece. It's a piece of paper in there. Gotta get that out. Very beautiful piece. And then we have like this piece right here. Look at this. This is sulfurite on the bed of pyrite. Also, there's galena there. Beautiful. Wow. Here's more. These are so stunning. This is a special type of silver. This is a silver coating over the pyrite, I believe, with sulfurite. And then over here we have this tray, which are the one-off unique pieces. This one, I'll start right here. This is chrysocolla, but it's hollowed out, and it's also very light, and it's also very smooth. It might be a pseudomorph. I don't even know about this, to be honest. It could potentially be a pseudomorph. Check out this pyrite specimen here. This is beautiful. Look at that. That's just gorgeous. Wow. This is another beautiful pyrite with an etched surface with the Manganocalcite right there. That's so gorgeous. Oh my gosh. I can't get over it. Ooh, this is a personal piece that I took. Octahedral pyrite again, but with a matte finish. Metallic-y gray, kind of like a matte metallic gray finish. Very cool. Here's some really gemmy epidote in quartz. This is epidote. This is epidote right here. A spray of epidote with the clear quartz crystal. Very beautiful. Very beautiful. And then here's another one. Wow. Yeah, it's so gorgeous. So unique. And look at this, of course. Come on. Look at this pyrite. How aesthetic is that? Beautiful. And then, of course, we have some beautiful barytes. So these are old lot barytes from about 10 years ago. These are more of a clear shape, clear barite. Very cool, very beautiful stuff. The best piece is going to be, I think, not this one. This one right here. Look at that. Like a sandwich. It's so beautiful. Here's a cluster of a garnet. This is really nice garnet, actually. Wow, check that out. And over here, I'm starting to put some of the barites on stands. Check this out. This is such a cool piece. I call this one Arches, like Arches National Park. So nice. These are the yellow barites. These are more recent finds. Yellow barites, really, really beautiful again. Gorgeous. Look at these. Wow. So spectacular, all these minerals that come out of Peru. Beautiful specimens. And last but not least, I'm putting some on acrylic bases now. So I'll show you what I'm doing here. I'm taking some of the very nice specimens, like this is a like a spirit quartz calcite almost, all these little micro needle points going along the quartz, and I'm gluing them on hot bases. Sorry, hot gluing them on acrylic bases. Look at that one. Gorgeous. So gorgeous. Wow. This one's like a flower. Look at this one. Beautiful.
Well, thank you guys so much for watching this unboxing of the Peruvian minerals. This was very, very nice. I was pleasantly surprised with how everything came out undamaged. I had a couple of things break, but overall, this was, this is good because every time you ship something, you're guaranteed to have something break. So you gotta factor that in. But yeah, I'm surprised. Not much broke, so I'm happy about that. Also, pyrites are pretty strong, so they're not that delicate. But thank you so much. I should be uploading my other videos as well with my Peru trip pretty soon here, and also I'm gonna unbox the Brazilian stuff too. My Brazilian minerals came in as well. So, by the way, if you're interested in anything here, you want to pre-order something before you see me at a show, just reach out to me on Instagram or email and let me know what you want, more photos, whatnot. I can do that for you, no problem. Thank you.